Ambassador Haley, North Korea tested an intercontinental ballistic missile this week that could potentially strike the state of Alaska. This is how the president responded. Take a listen.
As far as North Korea is concerned, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't like to talk about what I have planned, but I have some pretty severe things that we're thinking about.
He also said on Saturday with the Chinese president, something has to be done about it. Something has to be done about it, pretty severe things. Is he talking about a preemptive strike?
I think that there are a lot of options on the table when it comes to dealing with China, and now the ball's in their court. China has a choice to make. They're either going to go along with us and the rest of the international community and say, yes, we think that what North Korea did was wrong, or they're not. And I think that the president knows what all of his options are. All the options are on the table, as always, with President Trump, and I think that we'll handle it accordingly. But ammunition comes in multiple forms, and I think that we always have to look at what those options are ahead of what the actions are going to be by China.
What if the Chinese don't go along with that UN resolution?
Then I think there will be a response. If they don't go along with that, the president has made it clear that he will start looking at trade relations with China. And so we have to see. I think that the President Trump, President Xi meeting is extremely important right now and extremely timely. And I think it's going to be telling in the next few days what happens and what that relationship's going to look like. And you'll see how the U.S. responds accordingly.